Now, those of you who watched the last video, you saw that it was a response to an open records request I made. And in it, well, they lied. I asked basically for ranks of different cops that I know to be dirty, that are part of the MPD. And I asked if any of them were associated with unions. And one of them, if you may recall, was Michael Palmer. Now, he, in fact, is president of the local FOP lodge. Now, here's where they think they're being cute. They're going to try to claim that he's not really a union member because the local FOP lodge is a fraternal lodge and not a labor lodge. Well, it's still part of a nationwide organization, 350,000 people, that lobbies Congress for laws in favor of their membership and engages in other actions that unions take part of. They're still part of the national organization. So even if this specific lodge doesn't negotiate with the city and threaten walkouts and so on, they still are part of the national organization that is a union. I mean, really, the only reason they don't negotiate with the city collectively is that they kind of don't have to. Palmer's the president of the local lodge, and who's the vice president of it? Ron Rice. So they don't have to do that. They already have that pull. Now, technically, I could sue them for $100 per day that the lie continued if I follow the right stuff on time. But instead, I'm going to do what they were trying to prevent me from doing with the lie. I'm going to sue Palmer under RICO. You can look it up, 18 USC 1964. I hope you guys can hear me over the kitten playing with plastic bags in the background. There would not be a good time to record this when he would not be playing or making noise. He's hyper. But anyway, that's what I'm doing. Now, this will help those of you watching, or at least the ones who aren't the cops watching to see what I'm doing next. It will actually, lawsuit will hurt you and could possibly send you to federal prison. And wouldn't that be fun? For me, anyway. I'd laugh my butt off at what would happen to a dirty cop in prison who was there for framing innocent people and using them as slave labor. That would just be hilarious. But others of you watching, now in order for this lawsuit to stick, I have to prove that the Maysville Police Department is a racketeering organization and that it makes some money off racketeering and that Palmer has derived income from racketeering, either directly or even indirectly. That's going to be easy. And no, they can't cover it up. They cannot possibly cover it up. There are hundreds of incidents of slavery by abuse of legal process alone. The same thing that I was a victim of. Not to mention conspiracy against rights. Pretty much every case they're involved in. They rig the trials through methods I've mentioned in other videos here. Now, that means that it's pretty much a lock. If I'm allowed to issue enough subpoenas, I'm going to prove they're involved in racketeering. And that part will be done. That part will be taken care of. And it doesn't necessarily have to be my case. I just have to prove they're involved in racketeering. So those others of you watching this, trying to learn how to fight back against MPD, well, if they did anything that was racketeering involved in your case, it could help. It could help and it could win. Now, even if I win, I'm only getting 3 times the financial damages. And the financial damages I can claim are just under $100. So that's not really what this is about. And that's another reason why it's good that I'm going forward with this. They can't go, oh, he's just being greedy. I mean, it's $300 frickin' and it will take months of my time. They can't claim I'm just being greedy and out for money when it's $300 frickin' dollars. Doesn't fly. Doesn't work. So in other words, this could help you. Now, what I've done today is I went up to the library, I downloaded 4 different federal laws, relevant federal laws, about it, including, most importantly, 18 USC 1961. If you want to look that up yourself, you can go to the Legal Information Institute, or you can just Google it, and it'll take you, probably the top listing will be Legal Information Institute. 18 USC 1961 is definitions of racketeering. It lists a long number of federal and even state crimes, as long as the state crimes are felonies. Will be any felony here in the state of Kentucky, because the cutoff point for felony is 1 year, and any period of a year or more is going to do it. Now, hopefully this goes forward. I'll have to file in form of papyrus. I'll be filing electronically, and if anybody wants to keep an eye on progress in the case, well, you can probably use what's called PACER, Public Access to Court Electronic Records, if I remember correctly. Government loves acronyms. Love acronyms more than anything except themselves. But basically, anybody can just create a login and a password, and then you can access court records that are considered public documents. I'm hoping it will be often up. Most of these, I want to have as much of the dirt that they've done, and the fact that it's been proven in a court of law out there. And I'll hopefully be able to put that through the reporters and get more done.